Oh, the things we do in the dark. Welcome, everyone, to DieFall Phantoms, our somewhat spooky Unknown Armies 3rd edition game. Welcome back, everyone. This is a 3-shot, I suppose. This would be the second of the 2 shows, so if you missed the first one, shame on you. Go to the YouTube and watch it, or pick it up on the podcast thing, because it was pretty fun. So first things first, normally we try to go around the room here and talk to our lovely cast, see how they've been for the last week, and maybe what they're looking forward to most for this week. So Carson Druitt, how you been, bud? How's your last week been?
It's been pretty good. Getting some work done. Started the week with not a lot of work to do, and then just somehow ended up being chock full of work. But it's going well. It's going okay. It's been
Nice.
the good kind of busy. So yeah.
I did see some of the infamous, I suppose, drawing Pokemon by description only.
Yes,
which
I
is
did do that
pretty
too,
hilarious. So if you guys didn't see that, go to Carson's Twitter and scroll back just a little bit and see some real the drill on the nose of whatever the heck that thing was pretty good. It looked like it was straight out of Home Depot, so I could go purchase it myself. It was good,
Yeah,
man.
it was called Ryobi too.
Yeah, that's right. It was, wasn't it? Oh my god. Levels. Yeah. So many levels. Well, cool. Glad to have you here for another week, Carson. Kevin, Obdurant, how you been, bud? I know Hello. I got you right when you were drinking something.
That's all right. I'm doing real well. It was a quiet week. I covered a couple extra shifts at work, so I didn't have that much time to get up to Mischief. Outside of it, basically just work and as much Destiny as I could fit in between.
Still really liking that game, huh?
It's a good game. It was a good game.
So I did play a little bit of it, and I got like a huge nostalgia wave for D1, because the first mission is the same mission from D1.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
And I was just like, oh god, oh no. it felt really good. And then one of my buddies was on, and he ran me through a bunch of strikes, and then Stella got on, and we did a couple strikes, and I was like, yeah. And it felt really good. And I think I only have like one current gripe about Destiny in the way it feels, is that the sprint to slide to jump to slide sprint or whatever, that motion after playing Apex feels awful.
Apex
it just feels so bad comparatively.
The first time I played Destiny, I hadn't played Apex yet, and it felt fine. Yeah. It was like, oh, this is just what happens. But after Apex, when you're slide hopping everywhere, as soon as you try to do it in Destiny, you just lose all your momentum. You're like, wait, this is awful.
It's just like, I guess I never do that again. But good, man. Glad you're back. Glad Adam is also back. We'll see how this all pans out. We're going to keep going around the horn. Stella, how you been? What you been up to? What's
good. Just planning on relocating next month. So starting to deal with all of the real life stuff that's involved in all of that. But yeah, other than that, it's going to be my birthday this weekend.
Yeah, it is. So big happy birthday to Stella, chat. Say it. Just say it. Okay.
Thank you.
You got anything fun planned?
Yes, I'm going to be doing my very first, and I'm probably going to regret this, 24-hour stream.
You're not. Yeah, You're not.
Yep.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's gonna be wild.
Very cool. Very cool. Hydrate is all I could. Just hydrate and get up and walk around sometimes. That is the...
And protein.
And protein. Yeah, and protein. You can have someone feed you protein while you do things. That's even better, because then you don't have to do anything. Good luck. That's awesome. Happy birthday, Stella. Lady May.
Hello.
How have you been the last week? What's going on?
I'm trying to remember what happened over the last week.
Same. Mostly same.
What did I do?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's been good.
I've been mostly just working on tabletop making.
Tabletop making?
Like pen and paper game.
Oh, nice.
Working out mechanics.
Very cool. Like like your own tabletop game?
Yeah.
Oh, that's super neat though. Wait, so when do we beta test?
Hoping to beta test the start of the new year.
Ooh.
It's not far away.
No, it is not.
Keep it locked in, folks. We can do some tabletop beta testing. It'll be fun. That's very cool. Well, that's awesome. And something to look forward to, too. Well, nice. Do you guys want to play some spooky nonsense? Unknown armies bullshit? Yeah?
I'm actually pretty busy. I'm sorry.
I think you're pretty
Got better
busy.
things to do,
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
god. Please, you're right, though. You're
Actually
totally
just came
right.
to say I was at other
Yeah,
appointments.
true. I've got other things to do today. You're right. But I think first, let's roll to recap, shall we? Let's see. Generally, when we do these, if you guys are in the cast are new to this, in character, you recap the last session and how it went. So for the purposes of this, yeah, let's go ahead and I have you roll a 1d20 because it's the easiest thing for us to potentially look at here. And so it's /r space 1d20 if you guys don't remember how to do that.
R//R. My brain is never like remembers.
I just realized, chat, I'm sorry that the beep is on your end. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. Whoops, there we go. Okay, so there was a 17, a 14, a 14, and a 5. It looks like Paige Marie Tanner is going to have to do the recap today. It's closest to my roll of 3.
Great.
Yeah, so hit us with it. What happened last time on Phantoms?
Oh my god. So my sister was completely annoying in the car. We got to this community center, and there was like this spooky gym, and there's like this weird guy smoking. Actually, there's 2 weird guys smoking, and go in, and there's like this weird biker guy and this goth chick, and we're all kind of like explaining our freakinesses. And then suddenly, goth chick just like freezes, and we're like, "Whoa, what's going on?" Actually, lights go off. Then things happen. And then things start getting weird. Biker dude disappears into a wall and then melts. That was freaky.
Yeah, that happened.
And then I got teleported into a pool. Not cool. Totally lost my phone. It's gonna be expensive. And then we can't get out. We tried banging on some windows. They wouldn't break. And so far, everyone else has showed up dead in some freaky way, and all that's left is my sister and the 2 weird smoking dudes.
Weird, right? Weird. Yeah,
I wasn't
so
smoking. What?
Yeah, you just got tainted by association there.
Yep.
yeah, you were outside at the same time. It must have been you as
You
well.
were in the smoking zone.
True.
Sure.
Yeah. So yes, thank you for the recap, May. I appreciate that. So normally I say heroes for Dungeons and Dragons, but I don't even know what to call you people. Our humans, I guess I think you're all human. They went
The
to
sacrifices.
they went to like a group therapy session for dealing with the unnatural. And then some unnatural stuff happened. Blood from nowhere, people dying, again, teleporting into walls, melting faces, teleporting into pools and almost drowning, being trapped inside of a community center, and then the last person from the group being, and the leader thereof, Nick, being dragged away across the parking lot and into the woods by some unseen force, the last part of which I think Piper was the only person to have seen it, writing on the fogged up windows that said, "We're here," a recurring theme throughout the first session. So I think that's where we actually pick up, is right when Nick, and I think we get the last time on Phantoms, and we watch as Nick hits the ground and is dragged backwards across the parking lot, and the camera like kind of follows him, and you see him like go underneath, like the van tires from on the other side, and then eventually ends up fading into the woods, screaming the entire way. in the fog and darkness, you are all left standing at the top of the stairs at the entrance to the community center with the doors open. What would you like to do?
Dave is freaking the hell out. So did he was Paige the only one who saw the "we're here" right?
Piper.
Piper, yes. At the
Or
time,
Piper, sorry, Piper.
you guys were arguing with Nick because Nick was claiming that you're all murderers.
Right.
And then Piper, not being involved in the altercation, was able to notice on the window the writing there. This is, again, right after Nick gets dragged all the way out, so yeah. What's the first thing on everyone's mind? Dave, what do you want to do as you watch Nick get dragged away?
Well, hatchet still in hand, knowing the way that he is, knowing that if someone's in trouble, he's going to want to help them because of feeling so responsible for, not being there for the people that, not being there when it mattered, I guess. So he's jumping down those front steps.
Okay. So Dave is taking off towards the direction that Nick was dragged. For better or worse, I think. So what's the next move? We'll go around. Adam, what is your first reaction here?
Adam probably waits a respectful amount of time when Nick gets killed, which is a second or two, and then Dave's bolting out the door. To Adam, he's dead. So when Dave starts running out the door, Adam is jarred into motion. He bolts outside, except he's going for a car, and it's his car.
Sure.
And then when he sees that Dave is not going towards the parking lot so much as the forest where the thing that's killing the last known person alive is, he's gonna go where are you going, man? We need to get out. Come this way. And that's his deal.
Sure. And then Piper, what are you doing?
Piper has the collapsible baton in one hand, and has Paige's hand in her other hand. And I think you see her kind of jerking to follow Dave, looking from afar as if maybe he can be my mentor. But then the weight of my sister is holding me back because she's my responsibility. Piper was...
She's naming game mechanics, by the way, chat. Sorry.
She would look to Paige and she'd be like, "Oh my god, where do we go? What should we do?"
Yeah, Paige is gonna be like, he wants to go out in the forest. We just saw it. He just got dragged away. What? Shouldn't we follow him to the car? Not why would we want to go over there to the forest? Just things in there.
Yeah, they didn't cover this kind of stuff in health class.
He's like, why would they? We don't even know what it is.
Okay, I guess Piper will probably pull Paige and run up to Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Just has that look of, "Hello, you are an adult. Tell us what to do," kind of.
Yeah. Adam in front of his kind of somewhat off-gold Honda Accord, a little bit beat up. Probably seen some better days. Yeah. Now the twins are in front of you, Adam. Uh-oh.
No, Adam, he throws open the driver's side rear door, and he's just like, get in, and he's getting in the driver's side himself, kind of fumbling through his pockets for keys, and then he pulls them up, and he kind of stabs it where the ignition switch roughly is until he gets it, and he turns it, and he's just trying to crank the car into life.
You get a nice little tick, 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 tick. Now, this might not be super unusual for your car, though, so do you give it another go?
Yeah, we'll try again. He's like, no, it's fine, and I'll...
Tick, 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 and it won't turn over.
Your car's a piece of shit, man.
He's like, oh my god, it's mom's van. Come on, this mom's van.
Oh,
Like,
right. And she's like trying to feel for the keys, which
You have those keys.
she has the keys.
All right, perfect. She has the keys. So you guys, do you run over to the van together?
yeah.
At this point, we just
Adam will
don't
try like once more, and then when it doesn't start, he's just like, "Ah, damn it!" and just hits the steering wheel. There's a little honk, and then he's following.
While this is all happening, Dave, have you continued towards the woods?
So I guess with the quickness of how soon he jumped out, like he would have seen him dragged right in there probably. He would have stopped, I think, at the, is it, so it's like parking lot, and then the parking lot ends, and then it's
Yeah, so he was being dragged rather like unnaturally quickly across the parking lot. It would have been very hard for you to keep up, even as much of a.
Oh yeah, no, I don't doubt that I didn't.
But that
get up
so
to
the
them,
parking
but,
lot, sparsely populated as it was for this evening, it ends kind of like in a like pine-covered embankment, and then as the embankment goes up, probably about 2 or 3 feet up a little rise, it's basically just forest from then onwards.
Okay, so Dave would have stopped right at the edge of the parking lot.
Yeah,
right
so you can see
before
like
right before the embankment, basically.
You can kind of see like where the finger marks are from where Nick was trying to claw himself forward, like furrows in the dirt and the pine straw being dragged in different directions as he was probably trying to scrabble his way away from whatever was dragging him into the woods. You turn now, and maybe you hear the sound of a car attempting to start, and then the sound of a horn being beeped, and your remaining companions running over to an old van.
All right, yeah, I'll make my way over there.
Okay.
What's the problem? Is the car not starting?
No, it wouldn't start, man. It's okay. We're gonna use their car. We're gonna get out of here.
Okay, but Nick,
Nick's dead, man. Have you seen anyone who had anything happen to them, except Paige, who was alive after that?
Look, I don't know what's going on here, but look, how sure are you? Because he could be still alive there. I mean, look, we found Paige. We could go in there. We could maybe he's in there. Maybe he needs us.
Adam fidgets, and he looks a little conflicted as Dave is making this case. And after me, he goes like, "You're insane, man. Like, there are 4 of us here. We should just try to keep people safe that we know are safe right now. And who knows when that thing comes back for more of us. But I mean, if you, I'll go with you if you try. But it's a terrible idea, and you shouldn't do it."
Look, okay, here, let's get the girls out of here. And then we go right back in, okay? So let's get their car, make sure their car starts, and we'll go in.
Okay.
All right. I just like we'll do a quick little loop. All right. It can't be that big. I don't know how big the forest here is, but we'll do a little loop, and then we'll come back out. If it's not, then we'll figure out your car too. We'll get it working.
Okay. All right, man.
The whole conversation, Piper's got like one hand on the wheel, keys in the other hand. She's like looking between the 2 adults.
Yeah,
Unsure.
just wondering what you should be doing. Exactly.
And then she tries to start the car.
Unlike in Adam's car, when you insert the keys into the ignition, your overhead light does turn on. But you do get like a, and it doesn't seem to have enough energy to turn over. But you do seem to have a little bit more power than whatever Nick's car had, or Adam's car had.
Piper doesn't understand why the car is not starting, so you just see her like slamming her foot down, turning and just trying to be very aggressively forcing this thing to wake up, turn on.
It's not working, much to your chagrin. Does anyone in the group happen to know things about cars?
Dave knows very little about cars, but he's gonna try and be a good person. He's like,
Sure.
Pop the trunk. Pop the hood. Let's have a look.
Yeah.
I don't know where that button is.
Should be right down by the on the left below the steering wheel there.
Oh, there's a button there. Boop.
And you hear a little click, and you know the truck or the hood pops up just a little bit. You gotta go open it all up, but yeah.
Yeah, so Dave will go around the front, reach under, undo the latch, open up the thing, prop up the hood.
You look inside and you're like, really know much about
Yeah, no, he's
cars.
just staring at it. He has no idea what he's doing, but he's looking
when
at it
people are like,
hoping it'll just show like
mm-hmm.
something that he can fix.
You do notice when you're outside of the van, and now that you've had some time, and I think everyone does, either if they're inside the van or outside the van, that the fog is super thick, and it seems to be getting worse. It's getting harder and harder to see, 3 to 4 feet in front of you. And ever since you've exited the community center, it's just started to get heavier and heavier. Whatever the result of, or whatever that is a result of is unclear, but it is Portland, and in the fall, and it's nighttime now, so this isn't terribly unnatural. How about this? Let's see what the dice tell us you can do, and let's get you to roll me a. This is just a general knowledge thing, okay? Let's see if your knowledge of car stuff can help you out in this situation there, Dave.
Sure. Okay, just a straight knowledge roll.
Yep.
Okay.
71 versus 60. So it's a basic failure. You're looking at this and got nothing on a solution here, man. It's not really presenting itself to you very clearly.
Yeah, I mean, he starts just kind of gingerly just rapping on a few things, he doesn't know what he's doing. He was really I don't know what he was hoping for, but he was
something very clear,
something obvious, we just gotta plug this back in or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
You're looking around in there and it's just ooh, this is a mess of cables and tubing, and I think that's an engine. Not super sure. I am gonna give one to Adam here. Adam, if you want to roll me
Sure.
a knowledge. 55 versus 55. Wait, I think that's a match. I think that counts as a match success.
Oh man, it looks like it was
Which
close,
is-
but it was actually perfect.
Yeah, hang on. There's a certain rule for match successes. Yeah. You drive kind of a POS, right?
He's had to work hard to keep it running, so he's gotten
Yeah.
a little familiar with the whole thing.
You also understand how to jumpstart a car because you've had to do that pretty often with your POS. You can tell that there's a little bit of juice here in this car, and there might be potential that maybe your battery's got something left in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Adam comes around and he looks down and he sees that, it's not on fire and the engine's there, the battery's there. So naturally, you try to jump it next, right? So he's like, all right, look, I have jumper cables in my car. We can try to hook them up and get one started just that way, okay? Okay, Dave, you'll need to help me wheel it over here, but then we'll get out of here, okay? It'll be great. It'll work.
Yeah, I'll immediately ditch the the engine and stuff that I have no idea about, and be like, all right, yeah, this is the direction. Let's do this.
Yeah. So you go over
yeah.
to the goldenish car and you put it in neutral, roll it on over to the other one, and I think Adam probably has a spare or a set of jumper cables in the back. So yeah, why not, right? So your knowledge check was pretty good because it wasn't matched, so that's nice. So I think you know how to put it all together. But at this point, you're kind of at a loss as to what that means next. Because one of these cars doesn't start at all.
Yeah. I mean, normally you'd want one to be running to give the power to jump it, but we got to do something, right? So he's just like, and he looks up at Piper and he's like, try now.
Piper, you look up and is that 3 people outside?
Is this spooky looking or more like, huh?
The fog is getting rather thick, but you can go ahead and roll me notice.
Oh, it's gonna be spooky and I'm gonna have nightmares or die.
Well, hopefully just the first one and not the second one, but 71 versus 60, so basic failure, but it's hard to tell, but there's definitely 3 shadowy-ish figures out there, and from the direction that you were yelled at by Adam, there seems to be another figure near him.
So Piper is like very noticeably, like the car is probably rocking as she's like trying to pump the brake and turn the key, and she stops very suddenly, and she points over. She says, "Guys, look, there's people."
Being closer to Kevin, or sorry, being closer to Adam, would I see that?
You turn to look at Adam, and again, the fog is getting thicker. Are you like? It depends on if you're both inside the car or are you outside the car right now.
I was behind pushing.
Helping push.
Yeah.
So you like look up towards where Adam was directing the vehicle, right? No, just looks like Adam.
Okay, Dave's looking around like, where? I don't see any. It's just us.
Can Adam see Piper like pointing at him, or is this just a comment?
I think she's in the car, so the fog doesn't penetrate through the car, and you probably got like 3 feet, so you could probably see her.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so he's looking around, and like he turns so fast when she says that.
Yeah.
And then
you turn one way and you turn the other way, and
there's nothing.
Piper, that figure is there.
Paige would be in the car with Piper and like, what are you talking about? And tries looking and gets a face full of cat hair.
Question for the group though. It is dark outside and you've been kind of working outside in the fog. Does anyone have like was anyone using their cell phone flashlight or a flashlight in general?
Dave still has his flashlight on his, like, clipped to his front.
I think Adam probably would have been using, if the fog got real dark, right? And he probably would have pulled out his phone to like light up where he was trying to hook the cables up to the battery nodes.
And the headlights are on of Piper's car, right?
The headlamps aren't on. It was the overhead light was turned on when she had tried to turn the ignition.
Okay. So we'd kind of see like a little into the windows a little bit.
Yeah, you can see a little bit into it. Again, it's like backlit against the fog, right? So it's kind of not the best look. But yeah, it's definitely there. Piper, you see a second figure. There's 4 total outside. This one seems to be closer to Dave at the back.
She's just kind of pulling on Paige's arm, like, you really don't see that? Like, look, literally right there. Don't you see it? Just right there.
She's I see the boys. Where it's getting so dark out. Didn't notice.
Paige, you can try and notice if you want.
Yeah.
65 versus 55. So again, a failure. Nothing.
Piper, I don't know what you mean. You're really scaring me, okay?
Piper is gonna freak out and just start smashing on her horn.
Oh my
Sure.
god.
Yeah, okay. So you're trying to, I guess, intimidate whatever these shadow things are. And so you start honking on the horn. The people around you not really sure what you're trying to do here. But you notice that both of the figures like start and like look up, and it's as if they've noticed you for the first time.
Oh shit. Piper immediately stops. And then she's probably starting to like hyperventilate a little. She's like, they're looking right at us.
Piper, calm down. And she's like trying to reassure her sisters. Like, it's just the boys, right? Like, it's fine, right?
After the honking stops, they seem to go back to having their attention on the two boys outside. Dave, your lamp starts flickering on your chest. Blink, 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 blink.
Shit. And he starts like, so Dave kind of like whips his backpack around in front of him, and he reaches, he like opens up the top flap, and he reaches in, like, 'cause it's kind of like drawstring at the top. He reaches his hand in the little opening and he grabs the mag light that he has in there.
Mm-hmm.
And he turns that on and kind of starts sort of, well, he tries to turn it on.
Yeah, no, you turn it on,
turns on,
and the
okay.
batteries inside seem to be functioning currently.
Yeah.
So you turn it on. The other one that you have is blink, 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 and it seems like the battery dies. Similarly, Adam, your cell phone light starts fading and then goes out. You turn on your cell phone and you see that the battery's been drained.
Okay. So Adam was kind of positioned up near the front of the two cars. So when Paige starts laying on the horn, like, he freaks out and jumps back, and he's like, "Jesus Christ, Piper, what are you trying to do?" And he might start saying more, but then the light on his phone starts flickering, and he's distracted by that.
And you look down and you watch it happen. And as he does this, Piper, you can see, like, because he like turns it around, he's looking at the light and watching it die. You like see this shadowy figure with its like arm outstretched through Adam's body, touching his cell phone.
Oh. Okay. Piper shrieks very loudly. It's just like, oh, it's going through his chest. It's touching him. Oh. She locks all the doors.
Yeah, you lock all the doors. I think at this point, because this is all happening simultaneously, when you look back up, Dave has this mag light on. There are 4 more shadowy figures outside. Further back from Dave, but the light that he's giving off now is making them more noticeable, and they seem to be approaching him.
Oh man. Piper wants to go I don't know. Oh man. Piper continues freaking out. She tries to start the car again, even though it's not gonna work. She's frantically.
The soft V6 of this old van roars to life. The headlamps turn on. And as soon as they do, not only does it blind Dave and Adam because it's directly in their eyes, but as soon as those lights are on, the shadows are gone.
Piper freezes and she's just staring like a deer in headlights, even though she's not the one in the headlights. And then she starts honking again, and she unlocks the doors. She says, "Get in, get in, get in, get in."
Adam.
I think.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I think if Adam is going, I think he probably has enough sense to like undo the jumper cables.
Yeah. I was about to
Shut
say,
the hood.
Adam probably looks up when he hears the doors lock.
Yeah.
And he's like, "What are you?" And then the car starts. So he yanks the cables off. He pulls the hood down. Probably doesn't latch it very carefully, but he just slams it down and then runs aside and like pulls open the sliding door and just catapults inside in the minivan.
Yeah. Dave, what do you do?
Dave will jump in too. He won't close the door though, because he's still thinking like, all right, we still got to go and get Nick. So he's like,
Jeez.
so he's hopped in and he's like, all right, is it working? You got it working? You guys going to be okay? Like, we still have Nick.
It's just like I think he's gone. We just need to go away from here, okay? Like my sister's freaking out. She says there's like things around the car, okay? Like I believe her.
I didn't see anything.
We need to go.
Is
Oh my
Piper
God.
driving right now, or is she like? Wait.
She is probably, as you guys are talking, yelling, trying to yell over to at Dave. Please, just get in the car. The thing touched through Adam, and it's out there, and we need to leave. And you know what? That's why they invented police, so they can go find people that are missing, and we can go talk to the police, okay?
The mention of police, Dave's like, and he's like, so he slams the door closed. He's like, all right, let's get you guys to safety. Like, I don't know how much time we have to find Nick. So okay, let's just go. We'll go as far as we can away from this fog, away from whatever is happening here. Maybe it's only happening here. Let's get as far away from this place as possible. And once we know you're safe, I guess I'll find my own way back or something. But I just need to know that Nick is either okay or, well, just kind of goes silent there. But yeah.
As he's talking, she's putting it to reverse, slamming her foot down.
Yeah, and the minivan tires squeal out. It's front wheel drive, definitely helping you on the slightly wet ground. And you make your way down the hillside, I guess back towards Portland Central, or where are you going, Piper?
Away. Whatever this road is going to take me to, as long as it's in the opposite direction of the forest and this place.
Yeah, there's only really one road. So you do kind of head towards Portland again. Away from the Forest Park Woods, up where the community center is. It seems to be foggy everywhere, but you can see the lights of Portland in the distance as you come down off the hillside. Where in particular are you heading?
I think her natural instinct, unless someone tells her which way to go, she's still freaking out. She's probably shaking and death gripping the steering wheel. She's gonna drive them home, like to our house.
To your house?
Yeah, because that's probably, home is supposed to be safe, and
Sure.
yeah.
You're a high school kid. Home's supposed to be safe. Absolutely. Where do you live?
That's a good
Do you live
question.
north or south of Portland?
I feel like we wouldn't have gone to this place if it was too far away. So I feel like we would have to have lived in somewhat close proximity to consider it.
Sure. Okay. So let's say somewhere in like southwest Portland area. So yeah, you're driving away from this place, and you jump onto the 405 and head down south towards your neighborhood. Eventually, do you? I guess while you're on the interstate, do you guys talk about anything while you're basically tearing away from whatever that was?
Paige is like shivering because she's still soaked and covered in blood, and is just like huddled, kind of with her knees to her chest, sitting on like the passenger side. With like tears streaming down her face.
Yeah. Piper, are you driving the speed limit?
No.
Okay, good to know.
I think even on a good day, Piper's not driving the speed.
Sure, yeah. This just happens to be an especially bad day. Definitely not driving the speed limit. Trying to get home as fast as possible. I understand. How's Adam feeling?
Adam shook. He, at the mention of when they were backing out of the parking lot, and Piper said, like, it had its hands through Adam, like, he just starts kind of feeling at himself, but the minivan is at least a lull, right? It's a little quieter, it's a little safer, at least it seems that way. So he probably just goes silent. He's kind of staring just at nothing and processing everything that's happened this evening.
Dave, what are you thinking about?
At first, Dave is just kind of processing what happened, and he kind of tries to break the silence and is like, so what happened there? I'm trying to understand what we saw. How did this happen to these people? We were in the community center, and then the lights turned off and all this weird shit. Is this real? I don't. What's even happening? Guys, I don't. Is this normal? He's like, for a second, he's like, does this normally happen in Portland?
Just a Thursday night, man.
Yeah.
Just a Thursday night in Portland. Does anyone answer him?
Piper, with a very shaky voice, will say, Didn't that girl, Cassie, didn't she say something about these? I don't know. Maybe it's connected to her, and maybe like she infected us, like, you know, like zombie movies where they infect you. Maybe something like that happened to us, but like, I saw them. I swear to God, I saw them. She like kind of looks in the rearview mirror. She tilts it so she can look at Adam.
So, who? Them? Like them?
I don't know.
Them. What did they look like? What? Dave's kind of really kind of teetering on just freaking out.
Like shadows, like literally went through him, and it was touching the stuff, the electronics, and the lights were flickering. I think they were doing that to your lights.
You're saying the things that you saw were, it was reaching through me, first of all, and secondly, it was draining the electricity from everything in the fog? Are we still in the fog, by the way?
The fog has continued.
Okay, cool. Okay, that makes Adam look outside at the fog.
Adam, roll me a notice.
Oh, God.
If you don't see anything, it doesn't exist, right?
True.
Yes.
Just close your eyes hard enough.
Okay, so my investigator roll substitutes for notice, so
Yes, it does.
we'll
Go ahead
roll
and roll
that.
investigator for me. 6370, a basic success. Yeah, you have noticed something. Every street light's been out. The road has been dark and there have been no other cars, save for yours in the fog.
Yeah, now that Adam's kind of on the lookout for something suspicious, that qualifies. And he's going to kind of put his head up against the window to kind of look up a little more conveniently as we're driving. And after a second, he'll go like, hey, all the street lights are off. And then he'll look towards Piper and then towards the others who, and ask like, have you seen any other cars?
In your haste, maybe you didn't realize it, but no, you haven't noticed any other vehicles.
Were there other cars in the parking lot still?
There was Adam's car, the van, the motorcycle from Rob's, a black Jeep Wrangler, and a Kia Soul.
That was nice.
You can decide whose
appreciate
belongs
the
to whose.
specificity. Yeah, no, I think I can figure it out. Oof. Okay. Yeah, at the mention of like no other cars, no lights being on, a chill kind of runs down Dave's back, and he kind of tenses up. He's still got the when he got in, he tossed his hatchet just sort of onto the ground, and then walked in with his mag light, and he's just kind of gripping that. It's off now, but he's just kind of gripping it tightly in both hands. He's not really talking anymore.
Paige, looking outside, maybe in the side view mirror, you're the first to notice this. Blue blinking lights behind you. Seem to be getting closer, and you can faintly hear a siren.
It's like, Piper, Piper. I think there's a cop behind us.
What? Oh, she'll begin to slow down.
Yeah, so you slow down and pull over to the side?
Yes, that's what she's going to do. She said, oh, there's another car. Okay, this is good, right?
No, I'm covered in blood.
You note now that quite a couple of you are actually covered in blood, including Dave and Piper and definitely Paige. I think Adam's the only one that avoided direct contact with blood.
Dave is mentally shitting himself, and just like he's getting like lower and lower into the seat. He's like, no, this is bad. This is really, really bad. He's not saying that out loud, but it's like screaming in his head, just like, this is bad.
Yeah, as soon as Piper starts slowing down, I think Adam kind of looks over to Dave to take stock. Not him so much as his blood, really. And then he'll look at Paige and he'll be like, "This isn't going to go well. This is how do we explain any of this?"
Okay, we're going to the hospital. All right, guys, that's our cover story. Okay, we're hurt and we need to go to the hospital.
Adam just sits back. Shoot.
Right. All right. I'll hunch over. Okay. Yeah. Like Paige will kind of like hunch and like look like she's kind of like has like a stomach wound or something.
Yeah. Okay.
This is gonna go awful.
So So you guys pull over to the side of the road.
She'll
maybe.
turn off the overhead light.
Yeah.
Never did this.
I think that's a great idea. You turn off the overhead light and pull over to the side of the road. With your blinker, probably. You're a safe-ish driver. Maybe.
No blinker, but she does put on the hazards.
Do you turn off the vehicle when you pull over to the side?
Piper probably very recently had driver's ed. You know, she has her license.
Sure.
What's the thing she's supposed to do?
They're going to ask you to turn off your vehicle regardless.
Okay, yeah, she turns it off.
Okay.
No!
Does Adam say that?
Yeah, not in quite that way. As soon as you turn the engine off, he's like, oh, we're never gonna get that started again.
What? She tries turning it back on.
I think the engine has been running long enough for now for at this point in time, the battery does seem to have enough charge to have it turn over and start again.
Cool. Adam looks relieved. He's happy to be wrong.
Yeah. The cop car pulls up behind as you turn the car off. Siren off, the lights still blinking in the back, and it sits for, as anyone who's ever had a police car behind them, an uncomfortably long time. Eventually, the driver's side door opens. A figure steps out, shadowed as it is against the lack of lighting on this road, and a mag light turns on. In the fog, it's hard to see the figure, but you can see the point of light from the mag light. You hear the car door shut, and someone approaches the driver's side window. Piper, have you rolled down the window?
No.
The figure makes its way up past the sliding doors. Where who's on the driver's side?
I'm guessing it would be Adam because he would have gotten in before I did.
Sure.
Okay.
So
Well, I guess it depends on which door you open to get in.
doesn't matter. Just wanted to know who was sitting on that side.
Yeah, we'll say Adam.
You note, as much as you can tell outside in the dark with the mag light there and the fog surrounding, it seems to be a solidly built police officer, male, probably late 30s. And as he gets up to the driver's side door, he reaches out and knocks on the window, and you can hear kind of a muffled, "I'm gonna need you to roll down your window."
Piper just starts jamming. Oh, wait, we would have a crappy car. She has to use the manual.
Yeah, manual. Oh, yes, I used to have one of those. So you manually roll down the window. It's always such a pain.
And then as soon as it starts getting open, she's gonna be like, officer, my sister's hurt. I gotta take her to the hospital. And I'm probably
Whoa.
shaking.
He comes around and he's still being cautious. You do note, Adam, on your side, he does have his hand on his pistol, but he does look aside. He's hurt. What's going on? Is she in danger? Do I need to call an ambulance?
We're too poor for an ambulance, but something happened over at the community center. She would totally remember the name of the community center.
Yeah, and so would I. Whatever.
Yeah, she says the community center
happens to be. I'm looking for it because it's gonna bother me unless I do it. Well, I don't know. Oh, goodness gracious. Hillside. Jeez, the Hillside Community Center. Wow.
Something happened and people are hurt and my sister's hurt and please we need to go to the hospital.
Well, it's protocol for me to call y'all an ambulance here. I'm gonna have to go back to the car and I'm gonna need to make a call. Does she need first aid right away? And the lights inside, and he's, my word, Young lady, are you all right? He seems to be addressing Paige.
I'm. I don't know. I don't know. I just. I'm. But we should go just in case.
All right. You able to step out of the vehicle? What's your injury?
I cut myself.
All right. These two older gentlemen are with you?
Yeah, they
right.
were with us, and they tried to help me, and I'm just really scared. Can we go?
No, protocol is I'm going to need y'all to step out of the vehicle. And you're going to have to wait here, and I'm going to have to call you an ambulance.
But like, we don't have money for that. Can we just?
I'm sorry. This is how it's going to have to be. He reaches over to his radio, and he hits the button. This is Officer Wentworth on the South 405. I've got a van here, and there seems to be an injured party. I can send an ambulance out this way. And let's go, and there's just the of static. This is Officer Wentworth on the South 405. I've got a van here with an injured passenger. I'm gonna need an ambulance. Dispatch, are you there?
Paige just kind of like slowly looks at Piper.
Piper's head is just like whiplashing between the officer and her sister.
I'm gonna need y'all. He looks at you after it's not working. I need y'all to step outside, and you're gonna go wait by the trunk of your vehicle. I'm gonna make a call from my car radio. I have a little bit more power, apparently. Something's interfering with us out here. He takes a step back, and he's got the light on the car, and he's waiting for you all to step out.
Piper looks over her shoulder at the two adults in the car.
Yeah, she's like, do we have to get out?
Yeah, we have to get out. We have to get out, Adam says. And he kind of motions encouragingly for the teens. And to Dave, he's going to be like, sort of, because he's on the side with the cops. So he's trying to make this subtle, like, you hang back just a little bit, maybe. He just will forget about you gesture. And he opens the door. And
yeah, you open the sliding
door and just slowly rises out in front of the cop and shoots him an uneasy little smile and slides the door shut.
He gives you a nod. You note now, Adam, and now that you can kind of see him underneath his mag light, he's got a nice, pretty prodigious mustache up top. He's tall, probably like 6'2", like I said, well-built police officer, and short cropped black hair. And it does say Officer Wentworth on his badge. Do you head towards the back of the car?
Yes. Yes, Adam does that.
Piper, Paige.
Yeah, Paige, I guess, slowly gets out. She pretends she's still kind of like hurt, so she's kind of huddled. And her being cold at night, it's easy to fake because she would be kind of hunched and huddled into herself.
Yeah. So you're cold and shivering, and you make your way towards the back as you come out of the passenger side, and Officer Wentworth waits for, does everyone go?
Piper's gonna collapse the baton and stick it into her back pocket.
Yeah, like kind of cover it up with your shirt over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe not back pocket. Maybe like the back of her pants instead, so it's less noticeable. And then she'll climb out and go to the back.
Yeah. Okay. And you go to the back of the vehicle, and you kind of are all like leaning up against the trunk there. And he notes that you're there. He's like, all right, now give me a moment, and I'm gonna make this call. He gets into the police car, and you see him speak into the radio. Wait. Speaks into it again. Waits. The lights on the vehicle go out.
Paige immediately like jumps and kind of like backs into the back of the van.
Yeah. The officer doesn't seem to take note of this, but his headlights are now off too. And the car has stopped. The engine is turned off.
She leans over to Piper. Should we tell him to come closer? Like, should we do something? Like, she's like looking towards her sister for like,
I don't know. No, I don't think so. We should get back in the car, right, guys? Adam?
Adam is staring at the car that is now dead. And kind of under his breath, he's gonna go like, "Oh, they're here. They're gonna come back." And when Piper asks that, he turns and he nods and he goes like, "Yeah, start the car." And then he'll look at the police car and kind of look at wherever Dave is, and then look back at the police, and he's clearly conflicted about something. Just kind of chewing it over for a second.
So you guys are gonna make a run for the vehicle and try to back to your seats and get going?
Just to be clear, the police officer's vehicle has turned off.
As far as you can tell, yes, the sound of the vehicle seems to be off, but you're not necessarily sure the cause as of right now.
Okay, Piper thinks this is them. She's going to run into she grabs her sister. She's like, okay, get in the car. She's gonna run straight for the driver's seat.
As you run towards the driver's seat, Piper, and you turn around the driver's side of the car, you come face to face with a shadow.
Piper just screams.
Piper screams. The officer is quickly out of his vehicle. What's going on out here? The car seemed to have died, and he just sees Piper staring into empty space, screaming. He looks around at what are the rest of you doing?
I jump when Piper screams. And I guess like I would have gone around the other side of the van, so I guess I'm like trying to see what she screamed at.
This time, Paige, you do see a shadowy form directly in front of Piper. It's tall, thin, and somewhat incorporeal. It doesn't seem to have a physical form, but it sits and shifts in kind of a smoky fog in front of her.
Paige, out of just like sheer in the moment, oh my god, she's gonna yell, "Get away from my sister!"
Oh god.
Dave's
The
gonna
officer-
lunge forward.
Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead.
okay.
No, go ahead, Dave.
During
Go.
this whole thing, like as soon as he hears Piper scream, and Dave is gonna sort of lunge forward and reach for the ignition, like just over the from the back, sort of like between the seats, and kind of like try to start the car.
Okay, so you're already inside the car?
I'm still in. I never.
He never got out, I think.
Oh, you never got out.
I
Oh,
never
oh my
left
god.
the car.
Okay, yeah, sure. Apparently,
It worked perfectly.
yeah, Officer Wentworth didn't seem to notice. That's
Even fooled
interesting.
you.
Yeah, I thought you were out. Okay. You reach over and you attempt to start the vehicle.
Well, he's just gonna keep trying.
Yeah. So you keep trying. And the officer at this point is like, "What's going on? Someone's trying to start your car. What, young lady, what's happening?" I'm not trying to. He's like talking to Paige. I'm not trying to do anything to her.
No, it's not. In front of her, there's a thing in front of her. Not you. It's like they're taking everybody.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna need you guys to calm down. I know it's dark out here and the fog can be a little scary, but there's nothing to be afraid of. Piper, the large, gangly, dark figure, steps through you. You feel this like icy chill. And then it's gone from your sight. Paige, are you still watching it?
Yeah.
Out of the fog, you see 5 more shadow figures approaching Officer Wentworth.
She's like, points to the police officer. She's like, she's like, words just really can't like get out. So she's kind of like, and like pointing like at the figures that are approaching him.
You all who are paying attention notice his mag light blink, 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 blink. And then it goes dark, and the only source of light in the area has gone out. Can't see the shadows anymore. The fog is too thick. Can't see Officer Wentworth anymore. The fog is too thick. Can't see Piper. Can't see Dave in the car. And I don't even know where Adam is anymore, so none of us can see him.
Adam has, I guess, I mean, he was standing at the back of the car, and then he told Piper to get in. And when she screams, he probably took a step to look at her, and then looked over at the officer, and has really indecisively just been looking back and forth with each thing that's happened.
How close were you to Paige at the time, Adam?
Paige?
Like right now? Yeah, how
right
close
now,
are you to Paige?
probably like, I don't know, 3 or 4 feet or something like that.
Okay. You can't see her anymore.
Okay.
The fog has filled your vision.
Yeah.
Paige is just gonna be like, Piper.
You can hear her, Piper.
Piper is screaming, "Oh my god, it went through me. It went, we need to get out of here."
Can I
Were
at
the
least
doors
see the van?
closed when you guys exited the vehicle?
Adam slid his door shut.
Yeah, I think just naturally, my habit would have closed it.
Okay. After the 3rd try of that not working, Dave, sort of coming back into the back seat, would have gone to on his side, tried to open the side door, which would, I guess, be where Paige would be.
Yeah, 'cause you're on that side, yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And try and turn on his mag light.
Your mag light clicks on. And all of a sudden, you all can kind of see a little bit again. Officer Wentworth seems to be missing from this equation, and the shadows are no longer there.
Okay, so not really having seen what really happened, just hearing a bunch of screaming, Dave opens that door, probably would see Paige, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not sort of directly shining it at her, more just sort of keeping it down, would be like, "Get in, where is everyone? We gotta go, we gotta get this car started, we gotta go."
I can't see them. They're on the other side of the car. And she like climbs in, kind of climbs over, and then climbs up back into the front passenger seat.
Dave would kind of like close the door and kind of swing the light back around the other side.
Yeah, you can kind of see Piper like folded in on herself, shivering, and you can see Adam, I guess, still towards the rear of the vehicle.
Yeah. And at this point, I think Adam would probably walk up, because he could hear Dave, I assume, when Dave said,
Yes,
we all need to get in. So yeah, he'll walk up to the side of the car and probably encounter Piper there and try to kind of usher her up and say, okay, get in. We got to get out of here.
Okay. She'll open the door and get in.
Yeah, so you all get in the vehicle, I assume shut the doors. Now what?
Dave was just kind of hoping that the car would start now that you're here to turn it on.
Yeah, Piper's trying to turn it off.
Irrational brain just kind of going.
Sure. Tick, 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 tick.
God. Not again. Just frantically doing whatever she can.
Tick, 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 tick. Dave, do you still have your mag light on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so he's just kind of pointing it down at the ground. At this point, he's like, okay, all right, new plan. How good are you guys at running?
At running,
Like,
Adam asks. Where?
I don't know where we have to keep going. We have to keep going. Whatever is going on out there, we have to get away from it.
All right, but what if we took the cop car? What if we took the cop car and we started this again, the same way it worked last time, and then it can work, and then we can just start driving again.
Take the cop car. What about the cop? Is the cop still there?
I don't know. But you haven't heard the car drive off, have you? I mean, he's probably gone. He's probably dead. That happens to everyone. That happens to everyone who walks anywhere, and you want to run. We gotta get the car, and we gotta use it to start this one, and we gotta go.
All right. Who else has a light? Who else? He's kind of like getting ready to go, and he's like, all right, who else has a light? Because we need everyone's lights on for this.
Adam shakes his head.
Piper tries using her phone salt light.
Yeah, you haven't used it since the since being inside the center, have you?
Nope. Because she would have used the baton double-handed.
Your light turns on. You have about 85% battery. You also have full bars.
Oh my god! I got service. Should we call somebody?
Come on.
Okay. Speed dial number 2.
Beep boop beep boop beep boop beep. Do you have your light on as well, or are you just making a call?
Dave's still kind of frantically scanning around.
Yeah, she would have not had the sense to like turn off the light and then call. She would have turned on the light immediately, so the light is on and she's calling.
Okay. You type in the phone number. Piper disappears.
Oh, shit.
Paige is like screaming at the top of her lungs.
Adam is
Dave
turned.
immediately like whips it around to try and shine it at where Piper was.
Yeah, so at the
Literally
driver's
nowhere.
seat.
Is the phone
Nothing.
there, or is the phone also the phone?
The phone is gone. Piper is gone.
Adam
Dave
had
is
turned-
immediately- Sorry.
No, it's all right. I was just gonna say Adam had turned to Dave to like begin saying like, "Let's go get the other car," because that is the plan that is
Yes.
going to keep everyone alive. But then Paige screams and Piper disappears. So he probably like slides open a door immediately and just shouts out. He's like, "Piper!"
Yeah, I was gonna say Dave is pretty much doing the exact same thing on the other side of the car.
Yeah.
Mirroring you, opening the door, swinging it open, and yelling for Piper, scanning around with his flashlight.
Yeah, Paige.
There's yeah.
probably
Go
been,
ahead,
like,
Paige.
frantically like trying to open the door and like screaming out her name.
Your voices seem oddly muffled against the density of the fog around you. And there isn't a response.
Dave goes to the passenger side where Paige is and opens I guess the door would still be unlocked, right? So he would go and he would open the door to try and get her out and to say, all right, we gotta go.
But my sister, like, where?
We'll find her, okay? She can't be far. Look, when this happened to you, you didn't go too far. She's probably somewhere in the area. We just gotta find her.
Okay. Let's check the cop car. Okay, let's make sure she's not in small things.
Okay. Yeah, so Dave immediately wheeling around and shining the light at the cop car and making his way towards it. Probably he would have probably grabbed Paige by the wrist probably and is kind of trying to lead her over towards the car.
Does Dave have his bag right now, or is it in the car?
He would have. It's on one shoulder.
Okay, cool.
It's not
Yeah, Adam will kind of walk out the other side of the car, but then just rejoin the two of them and head for the cop car as well.
Okay. So you head to the cop car. Just get inside and see if it turns on.
Paige would be looking to see if Piper went into the cop car.
Yeah, shining the light in there. Is there anyone in the cop car?
Doesn't look like there's anyone inside.
Okay.
Secondary question: is there a rifle, in the middle of the seats? Anything we could take advantage of?
There is a standard issue shotgun.
Okay.
That is in the center seats. Yes.
Is the door unlocked or open?
The door is unlocked.
All right. Adam's going to avail himself of the shotgun.
Okay. Adam, you now have a shotgun.
Yeah. All right. Great. He grabs that, and he somewhat defensively looks at the other two, and he's like, "It might help." And then he'll ask Dave, "Do you have any rope or line in your bag?"
Yeah, I've got yes, yeah, I do. I've got some paracord, and he whips the bag down on the ground, again, flipping up the top, reaching in, and he knows exactly where everything is in his bag.
Right.
So meticulously, every night he unpacks it, lays everything out, cleans everything up, and puts it right back in its exact place. So he knows exactly where the paracord is. He reaches in, he grabs it, he takes it out. It's about 50 feet.
Okay. Adam's gonna say maybe you should tie it to the car or something, because he waves out at the fog. He's like, "We go out there. I mean, who knows if we can actually make our way back, right? Unless we have something to follow." That's his questioning tone.
You don't want to try the car?
Oh, I mean, yeah, but don't we need to find Piper first?
Well, I figure we could try and find her with the car.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Because where are we? We're on a highway.
You're on a highway.
We're on the yeah.
Okay.
We're pulled over on the freeway. What is off of the highway? What's?
It's hard to tell with the density of the fog, but if you've been in the area long enough, you know that this section of the 405 will have neighborhoods of Portland on either side of it.
Okay.
Probably a tall wall that separates that first, or literally just.
I think let's say at this point it's just a guardrail.
Okay.
And some empty space, and then further beyond that would be some of these neighborhoods of Portland. Again, it's hard to see Probably further than right now, like maybe 15 or 20 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, Adam is convinced by that reasoning from Dave, so he'll kind of slide down into the driver's seat and turn the keys. Are there keys in the ignition?
There are no keys
There are
in the
no
ignition.
keys. There are no keys, Adam says. And then like he starts looking around to see whether there's like a special cop button that you push or anything like that, you know?
Yeah, where's my Batman button?
Yeah.
Roll me notice.
Okay. Ooh.
73 against your 70, so a basic failure. Yeah, there don't seem to be keys in here. You do find keys in the glove compartment.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be handcuff keys.
Oh, okay.
A nice set of handcuffs does sit there as well.
Nice.
Adam just closes the glove compartment again, and he stands up and looks around, and then he says to the others, like, the officer must have had the keys, unless we find him. And then he'll actually look at Dave and he'll be like, can you hotwire cars? Because he looks like, maybe
Yeah, he looks like a scruffy gentleman. Maybe he can hotwire a car.
He's on the run from the cops.
Yeah, maybe
Clearly.
he can hotwire a car.
Dave is kind of like, I think I've watched someone do it before. I can. All right, and he walks in to like. Are you sitting in the driver's seat?
Adam stood back out, and he'd
Okay.
probably just like back obligingly out of the way to let
Okay.
Dave in.
Dave will kind of get in and reach under to the little like the plate where the like the plastic little bit of thing under the wheel, and will kind of try and just get his fingers in there. Usually there's like a little catch, and he'll try and pull that down.
Yeah.
And get in to where like the fuses are and stuff.
All right. Roll me knowledge to see if you know how to do this.
All right. Oof.
58 to 60. So generally this is a success on your knowledge. So yeah, I think let's do it this way. Maybe one time you've seen your dad hotwire a vehicle. Back when he was trying to teach you how to survive during the apocalypse, he said, "These cars will be hanging around. You might be able to use them. This is how you start a vehicle without any keys." Now, in modern day, I bet you there are some police cars that might not be even possible with, but this one, Dave the Survivor, touches the wires in just such a delicate way that the cop car comes to life.
Okay. Did Paige follow us to the car?
Yeah, I wouldn't have stayed by myself.
Okay. All right.
You were like holding
Okay.
hands, right? Didn't you draw her along?
Yeah, I guess I was pulling her the whole way. Okay. So I'd yell like, "All right, get in." Like, well, here's the other thing is Dave doesn't have a driver's license.
You're driving a cop car. It doesn't matter.
I guess not. But he's like, okay. He generally knows how to drive a vehicle though.
Sure.
But he just doesn't have a license. But yeah, okay.
I wasn't going to question it. So, so as you guys get into the cop car, I think we find ourselves with a cut to black. And then we fade in on Piper. Finishing typing in the number on her phone, the light's still on. She looks up and finds herself in a small, dark room.
How small are we talking?
It looks like could be a basement of some kind. The light you have is on, and you look around, and around you, like bottles of beer, a couple of kegs of something. None of it seems in disrepair.
Piper, realizing that she has been teleported, begins to flail her light around, trying to get a quick bearing of where she might be.
You do see a door up some steps, and there seems to be some light beyond it.
Okay. She looks down at her phone. Does it still have full bars?
Mm-hmm. It does.
Did she manage to hit the call, set like actual call button?
Yeah.
Okay. Did it call or is it call?
It's currently ringing.
She holds up to her ear, ready to cry.
Ring. Ring. Piper?
Mom?
Piper, is that you?
Mom? Mom?
Yeah. Honey, what's wrong?
Mom? Paige is lost.
Piper, how did that happen? Where are you? Where is she?
I don't know where I am. I don't know where she is. I think she's somewhere on the freeway.
Piper, are you lost too?
Yeah, I think I'm in a bar, Mom.
Piper, you're not allowed to be in a bar. You're underage.
Yeah.
Did you get drugged?
What?
Did you go to a party?
No. I went to, that stupid thing, that meeting. Oh, wait, shit. And she just realizes that she...
What meeting, Piper? Piper?
She hangs up.
And I think that is a perfect time for us to take our first break here on DieFall Phantoms Episode 2. The party is split.
God.
We're going to find out what happens when we come back in about 3 to 5 minutes.
Oh, I'm all
Don't go
sweaty now.
Hey guys, once again, thank you for tuning in to DieFall Phantoms, our somewhat suspense horror episodes here. This is episode 2 of 3. The finale for this 3-shot will be next week on Halloween at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. If you've missed anything from DieFall, including the first episode of this show, you can head on over to youtube.com/RunawayRobot and get caught up on the video there. Or you can go to Spotify, iTunes, or SoundCloud. Go to DieFall Dungeons & Dragons, and you can find the audio version of it there as well. Big thanks to Grudy and Boffrin for joining up here. Welcome to the factory, both of you. And Scala, thank you for 2 months of subscriptions to the channel. Super appreciate it. We'll be back in about 3 to 5 minutes for part 2 of Phantoms, episode 2. Welcome back to DieFall Phantoms, episode 2. Where we left off, one of our humans, Piper, found themselves potentially in the basement of a bar. And they just hung up on their mom after spouting a whole bunch of nonsense about them and their sister missing, not knowing where they are, causing all sorts of trouble, and then just cutting the call. So, Piper, what would you like to do?
First thing Piper would like to do, this is a very honed survival skill she's acquired. It's going to be set her phone to do not disturb.
Okay.
So she can ignore her mom's very likely call back.
Oh yeah, that's going straight to voicemail now. And whatever texts you would be receiving are not going to be there. So you set your phone to do not disturb, and then what?
Okay. Piper tries to feel around for her collapsible baton.
Still in your pocket.
Okay. She's gonna leave it there for now. She's going to go up to the door, and she is going to try to put her ear up against it, see if she can hear anything.
Yeah. Okay. So you put your ear up to the door, and you hear music and people chattering and the clinking of glasses and yeah.
Okay, she's gonna try to open the door very slowly.
The door creaks open, pushing outwards, and you are assaulted with a lot of light that you haven't seen this evening. And you seem to be in kind of a little dive bar. The pool table off in the corner. Some of the acoustics probably have seen better days as have the table. There's a couple of high top tables with some people standing around it. Definitely look like your normal Portland fare of people around. There seems to be a bartender around behind a smallish bar. The room itself isn't overly large, but it probably has about 10 or 15 people in it.
Okay. Piper is going to very deliberately and quickly speed walk out of there and try to go straight for the exit.
Yeah. I think as you do that, the bartender takes notice. She's got this like long black hair and like straight cut bangs and just covered in tattoos and like a large septum piercing like black lipstick on. Hey, what were you doing down there? Customers aren't allowed down there.
Yep, I'm leaving. Bye.
You a little young to be... Okay. And you exit the bar. We get the shot of Piper, like, coming outside the bar into, like, not the same fog that we saw earlier. And, we, like, see it, and we see this, like, neon sign for the bar that just says The Wormhole. And, she's standing outside.
She's going
in the mist.
Go to her phone and try to pull up like Google Maps and see where she is in relation to the freeway.
Yeah, sure. So you pull it up. You're looking for where you think you were on the 405. You're in a neighborhood called Goose Hollow.
I love it.
Over by one of the Providence Sports Center. And you're probably about 2 blocks away from the 405.
Okay. Shit. I'm definitely freaking out. I don't know what's gonna happen to Paige. She's still there, not here with me. My instinct is I'm gonna try to go back. I look around. Are there any bikes?
It's Portland. There are bikes.
Okay.
Most of them, probably all of them are locked up, but there are bikes.
Okay.
You know what, Portland, you're right, chat. Portland might be one of those places that has those stupid scooters.
Are there any scooters nearby?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes, there's scooters.
Piper grabs a nearest scooter and she taps her credit card on it or whatever.
Yeah, you go to your Bird app, and you're on your little blue scooter, and you put in the number of the scooter that you're on, and it comes to life. Little electric motor.
She points it in the direction of the freeway and goes.
And I think that's where we jump back to the rest of the group. In the cop car that is currently on. What are you doing?
So Dave kind of just wants to get off the highway.
Mhm.
But also just to try and find someone or something. He's going to try and find like light, basically, and other people, hopefully. And but he turns to Paige and he says, "Can you? Where's your phone? Do you have your phone with you? Oh wait, no.
No, it's the bottom of the pool.
My phone's dead, Adam
Your phone's
preemptively
dead.
says.
So he would have taken off his bag to get in, right? So he and I'm guessing one of you took it. And he'd say, Adam, can you reach into my bag? Front pocket, there should be a phone in there. It's a burner phone, but all you have to do is
course
just
it
you just got to pull the tab so the battery turns on. There's already a SIM card in there, so.
Adam pulls the tab. He goes like, "Who are you, man?" and then he'll go like, "Paige, what's your sister's phone number?"
Paige, you'd know it. It's fine. I'm not gonna make you fight for that.
I don't know Carson's number, so this is valid.
555-555-555.
Well, I mean, we're in a quote movie, right? So it's all fives
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
It's speed dial these days, man. The only number I know is my grandparents.
So Adam dials in the number and he holds the phone up and he's like, I mean, what if I hit this button and I disappear like everyone has done when they've called a phone? Like that, should I do this?
Yeah, that's valid point.
The burner phone's just a little flip phone, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. That's the impression I got.
Yeah, it's not a smartphone.
Sure.
Tell you what, look, Piper, when both of you teleported, even when Rob teleported, he teleported with all of his stuff. He had all his clothes, he had everything on him. So Dave kind of one hand on the wheel. He holds his hand back and he's like, let's all like hold my hand. Let's all be like, let's hold contact with each other. If this happens, at least we're all going to be together, hopefully.
Adam reaches up with his free
as we
hands and takes Dave's hand, and he's gonna go, Paige, just grab on to somebody.
Okay.
We're gonna die. And Adam, he just hits the call button.
You don't have a light on that phone, do you?
No, I mean, there's like a really dim LED screen, but,
Right, but
no
not the
flashlight
flashlight.
or anything.
You hit the button.
Yeah.
Begins to ring.
Okay.
And immediately goes to voicemail.
Right.
Piper, what's your voicemail sound like? Hey, nerds.
Yeah, it basically says, if I didn't answer, it's probably for a good reason. Beep.
Adam hears that and he goes like, just while the message is playing, he's like, I don't know, I went straight to voicemail.
Oh. Well, she normally picks up. Well, maybe she tried to call Mom.
She knows the protocol.
We often put our phones to do not disturb if we think our mom is trying to get a hold of us.
Even at a time like this?
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's all right. You just vanished from the only people who are trying to look out for you right now, and you put your phone to do not disturb because your mother might call. How do teenage girls live? How do you not die? Oh my god. And Adam just closes the phone and he stares up at the ceiling and goes, what do we do now?
Paige just starts crying.
Oh.
And then, yeah, that kind of brings Adam back to earth. He's like, Paige, I'm sorry. We're going to find your sister. It's going to be okay.
Have I hit an off ramp yet?
Yeah, you would have hit an off-ramp. And as you've been driving, you've noted that the fog has somewhat dissipated.
Okay.
You can see the lights of the city now.
Okay. Look, these guys have power. They have power here. We're gonna stop somewhere, and then we'll try and call again. Okay. We're gonna try and call. We'll keep calling. Look, if it's on just do not disturb, maybe we'll get lucky. She'll look at her phone, and she'll see that we're trying to call. Right? It'll show missed call or whatever. We have to try.
The whole conversation up to now is probably on the voicemail for Piper at this point, because he never hung up, so like it would just time out eventually. But
okay. So I guess Dave, you hit this off ramp, and I think we go back to Piper. Piper, you've been going towards the 405. And I think you eventually run out of the range for where the bird is allowed to go. And so the scooter stops functioning.
Piper scowls and throws the scooter. Ugh.
I was about to ask, do the wheels just seize up immediately when it gets out of range? Or
They slow down, apparently.
Okay.
At least that's how they worked in San Diego. So
Okay.
when I tried to steal one.
Just off. Piper, do you check your phone?
Yeah. So as soon as that dies, I would look at my phone.
You see 17 missed calls, 10 text messages.
I'm not even gonna click into the messages from Mom, because then it's gonna register as read.
Mm-hmm. So do you go look through the calls?
Yeah.
Well, most of them are Mom. And then there's a number you don't recognize.
Ugh, probably telemarketers.
True.
All right.
Does it show a voicemail at all?
See, I don't know if you have to have... it probably does. I mean, it definitely shows you have something in your voicemail box.
Okay. Piper would listen to the voicemail because it's probably unusually long.
It's like 3.5
You
minutes.
have 7 unheard voice messages. Piper Tanner, you pick up your phone right now and tell me where you and Paige are. I am calling the police. They will come pick you up, and then you are grounded for the rest of the year. You're never playing softball again, young lady. I assume you probably stop that one before it goes any farther.
Delete.
Message deleted. Next one. Message 2. We're not going to go very far into this, but message 2 is Adam. And he's kind of raising his voice at Paige about how do teenage girls live and putting their phone on Do Not Disturb.
Okay, she hangs up. She doesn't even bother listening to the whole thing. She's gonna call that number back.
Mm-hmm.
She
Adam,
takes in a deep breath before she hits send.
Yeah. Piper, is the flashlight on?
Yeah, she would have turned that off by now.
The call goes through. Adam, you feel a buzz.
Adam. Oh. He looks at the little small number
the tiny
hanging on the
little
outside
screen.
of the flip phone.
You don't know, I mean, you recognize
Yeah.
the number as the one you previously put in.
Yeah. Oh, hey, it's and he flips it open. Doesn't really finish the sentence and puts it up to you. And he goes like, Piper?
Adam?
Yeah. It's Adam. Piper, where are you? We got the car running. Well, the cop car running, and we're on the off ramp right now. Where are you?
Is Paige with you?
Yeah, she's right here. All of us are fine. Where are you?
Okay, put Paige on the phone.
Jesus Christ. And he just sort of hands the phone over to Paige.
Piper?
Paige, are you okay?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm
I
fine.
can't hear
What happened to you?
I got teleported again.
Oh,
Uh,
are you okay?
yeah. So I called Mom.
Oh dear, she's gonna freak.
Yeah, we're probably
Over-
gonna be grounded for a long
Over
time.
all of this, Dave just kind of yells, Where are you? What street is she on? Can she see any street signs? We just got off of, I don't know, what street did we just exit onto?
Southwest Jefferson.
We just got off on Southwest Jefferson. We're coming up to a set of lights here. Okay. What's can you tell her where we are, and can you ask her where she is?
Did you hear him like where are you so we can come get you?
Piper looks around.
See that you're standing next to the Zion Lutheran Church, across from the Lincoln Track and Field Stadium.
There's a stadium and a church. She looks for a street sign, maybe?
You're on 18th Ave.
18th Avenue. Like, I took a bird here. It's not gonna help. Maybe you guys should come to me.
You see a sign, Dave, as you pull through the next light and hit the roundabout that 18th Street is on your right.
Okay, did Paige relay this information?
Yeah, it's like she's by the stadium. Okay, yeah, turn here, turn here.
Okay, so Dave turns because he's not from here. He doesn't know where he's going. Okay, so he hangs a right.
And eventually, on the left-hand side of the road, you see a bedraggled Piper, a somewhat blood-covered Piper. You've definitely been getting looks, but Portland's a weird town, so you're not totally out of whack here.
She's like waving her arms when she sees every car. Like, it was probably awkward when someone else drove past.
It was.
Just a quick question. So when I got off the highway and then hung a right, I'm essentially going back towards, like, directionally towards where we were coming from, right?
Yeah, but you've been traveling southward on the 405 highway for a little bit of time. I was going to say probably about like 15 minutes or so. So you're well south of the center.
Okay, but I want to know if it's gotten foggier since I
Seems
got off
misty
the ramp.
in the city, not foggy.
Okay, but it hasn't gotten like foggier.
Roll me notice.
All right.
$19 on 50. It's a good success. No, again, not that you've entirely noticed.
Okay, so to Dave, this is gonna feel relatively safe to be like here.
Yeah, it feels like the city functioning as normal.
Okay. All right, so I guess pull up and stop there, and kind of, I guess Adam would open the door.
Yeah, the sense I've gotten, the mental picture is that kind of Adam's like in the bench seating, the plastic bench seating in the back, and that
Yeah, it turns out that door doesn't open from the inside, by the way.
yeah, so Adam is gonna like try to open the door, and then he's gonna be like, wait, I can't get out.
Is there a automatic thing on my side?
No, you'd have to get out and open the door.
I'd have to get out and open. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I hop out, come around the side to open the door.
As the car comes into park, like Piper like comes up to it and like she puts her hands like on the window trying to find Paige, and then when Dave comes out, she's going to be like, where's the cop?
I have no idea. I was in the car. I didn't, and then I heard you scream, and I was trying to get everyone into the car, and then you were gone.
Hey, can we talk about this when we're not standing around a cop car in the middle of the street? Adam asks.
Oh, okay. She climbs in, and then she looks over at Adam, and she's like, "So y'all stole a cop car?
Yeah, Dave hotwired it.
Gnarly."
Look, I don't know the city. I don't know what's safe. Where do we go? I guess your mom's place is off the list.
Well, yes and no. It'll be bad for us, but I don't think anyone stands a chance against Mom if they're chasing us.
True story.
Okay. Everyone else okay with that? How far away is your mom's?
Probably about
You know
15,
how to get there?
15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, you take the and it's only about 15 minutes away.
Yeah, you get back on that 405, head south, and you get off where the 405 meets the 5, and you head on over to the Southwest Hills area. Yeah.
Okay. I guess that's what we're doing. That's what we do.
Okay. In the cop car, you're gonna go head back to Piper and
I don't
Paige's
pull into the
house.
driveway.
Sure. Yeah, I don't think anything of particular note happens on the highway. You make your way off with Piper pointing you in the direction that you need to be going, and you make through some kind of windy back roads in the neighborhoods. And Piper, what does your house look like? Paige, what does your house look like?
Probably like a boring split level brick. It's like regular old neighborhood. Not particularly new constructs, but maybe something that was built in the mid 90s.
Sounds about right. So you park kind of up the way then, Dave?
Piper would say, we should pull over somewhere around here. It's up a few more houses.
Okay. You do so, and so far you haven't seen anyone outside. It's later in the evening now. The meeting started at 7. Probably had about an hour to 2 hours worth of fun, and then it's probably been about another 2 hours by the time you've gotten back here. 11 o'clock-ish. It's quiet in the neighborhood. Make your way to the door.
Should we wipe for prints, Dave?
Dave probably would have habitually pulled up his sleeve and gone over the driving the wheel and anything.
Taking inspiration from that,
touching, right?
Adam too will just kind of start rubbing everything with his shirt sleeves.
You guys do, yeah. Go ahead.
Paige would have hopped out and not thought of that.
I think we watch the guys do that, and then we get a pan of the camera to where Paige was sitting, and the seat is just stained with blood.
Yeah. It's really Adam's prints that he's concerned with, to be honest. So
It's fine. I'm not worried about the concern. I'm just
okay.
making a point for the
Yeah.
car.
I mean, I think Dave would have started doing that. Went to reach to get out of the car, to look over and make sure everyone else is getting out of the car, and just kind of glance into it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of okay, and then just kind of get out.
Yeah, so you guys get out,
Yeah.
and a couple houses down from Paige's and Piper's. Porch light's not on.
Piper, how are we gonna get in without Mom? She can't see us like this. She's gonna freak out.
Would we have a second vehicle?
Probably.
It's just you and your mom living there, right? You two and your mom?
Mm-hmm.
But you took mom's van.
Well, both would probably be registered in her name.
You're right. Yeah, sure. You took the old van. Let's say she's got like a Toyota RAV4 or something like that, but like slightly older.
Newer than the van.
Newer than the van, but still used.
We take the van because it has a better stereo system.
Heck yeah, it does.
Is the car parked in the driveway?
Car is not in the driveway.
Okay, look, mom's not home. Let's just, guys, just get in, okay?
Okay.
Don't track blood,
Yeah.
Adam says.
We'll go through the back door. There's like a mud room.
Is it foggy here?
Roll me notice.
Why would you ask that?
Ignorance is bliss.
A 45 on a 50, so a success. More so than when you were in town. Not as thick as when you were on the highway or when you were at the center.
Dave will say something. He'll be like, guys, it's getting pretty foggy here too. Anything we're gonna do, we better do it now. Let's get in.
Okay. I at least want new clothes.
Yeah. So you guys go to, there's probably like a side garage door or something that you have a key to. You unlock it, no trouble, no lights, and you go inside the garage. Nothing seems to be missing or out of place, and you go inside the house, and the house seems normal. You walk through what would be a mudroom slash laundry room. And then beyond is a hallway that would lead to the rest of the home.
I guess Paige would probably kick off her bloody shoes in like the laundry mudroom area and then go to the kitchen, grab a garbage bag, and then like run to her room so she could.
Yeah, absolutely. You go find a change of clothes. Yeah, you get out of the clothes and all this stuff, and you do your best to like not track all of it everywhere. I mean, Dave, you've got blood-covered boots and pants as well. Piper, you too.
Dave is immediately has immediately found a bags or something in the laundry room. I'm guessing would there be like plastic bags somewhere in there? Or?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, and he's sort of trying to take off what he sees has blood on it. He's taking off his he's like pulling the laces out of his boots, and is there like a utility sink there?
Yes.
Okay, he's immediately bringing his like his boots into the utility sink, and he's gonna
I'm gonna start washing them off and
start
things like
washing
that.
the boots. Yeah.
Piper would like be like, do you need anything? Like, and like help him find if he needs any like cleaning supplies or stuff.
I don't think we need anything serious. I think we just need to wash off the blood, and if you guys have some clean clothes, you should get them on now. Grab what you can, grab your supplies. Let's put them all together in one spot. So if we need it, we know where everything is. You have lights, flashlights, anything, grab those, bring them too. Let's get everything together. You have anything like a weapon, a bat, I don't know, but grab that too. Let's get everything together. Big open room where we can see all of the exits.
Adam will just kind of start rooting around for some of the things that Dave mentioned. Because he's
you don't really know where anything is, but you start opening like cabinets and stuff and start looking for the various different things that you could possibly find useful. There is an aluminum bat in this mudroom.
Piper would be like, Here's a trash bag. Do you want to put all the stuff in the trash bag?
Dave will kind of like grab the bag that he already tossed his clothes in and just kind of toss that bag into the trash bag that Piper presents to him.
Okay. Then Piper will like run upstairs, get changed, take her school bag, just upend it onto her bed. Then she starts packing stuff.
Yeah, things that you think are essential. Begin to pack them. Paige, while you're changing, are you on the like upper floor?
Yeah. Yeah, probably. That's where the bedrooms would be. Like on the other side of the house, probably, from where everyone else is.
Sure, yeah. While you're changing, you hear like a sound outside.
She just kind of freezes for a moment, and looks towards the window. Doesn't go near it though, just looks that way.
Are the lights on in your room?
Probably I wouldn't have like the big overhead light on, but like probably like a little bedside lamp. She probably like flicked on.
The rest of the group, did you turn on lights when you came inside?
Did the lights turn on?
Yeah. Yeah, if
okay.
if you tried to, yeah.
I'm guessing the lights we would have turned on the lights in the mudroom, otherwise I wouldn't have.
Sure.
Yeah, Adam probably turned on lights wherever he was looking.
Yeah, so like in the kitchen or living room or wherever
Kitchen,
you went,
living room, all of them.
So the house is pretty well lit up. Okay. Yeah, Paige, where you are, like across from everyone making noise and things, you do hear something outside.
Is it a noise that I'm used to hearing? Like a cat or leaves or car door?
Roll me knowledge. 23 or 45? I mean, it could have been an animal of some kind.
She's just like, it was just a cat. It was just a cat. It was just a cat. She like continues to
Get changed. Sure. Okay. You get changed and head back to be with the group. Piper, you as well. And let's say, like Dave, you've gotten yourself relatively well cleaned up. You have your things laid before you in the, let's say, the kitchen, on the kitchen table.
Okay. I would have also done a quick check, make sure all the windows are, at least on the ground floor, were locked, closed and locked. The doors are locked. Things like that.
Sure.
Yeah, and I guess I'd have my stuff. I'd start sort of taking stock of what I have and what I, and kind of reorganizing things a little bit and sort of placing them on the floor around where I guess maybe Adam might be piling stuff or like grabbing stuff and putting it there too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What all did you get, Adam? Just tell me what you found.
I'd say Adam maybe found like a few flashlights, maybe one like piddly little light, and then one of the yellow, handle, higher power flashlights that people store for blackouts.
Yeah, maybe you found like a storm radio or something like that. Like
yeah,
a
storm radio, like bandages, some antiseptic.
First aid kit of some kind. Sure.
Things
Yeah,
like
Piper and Paige are athletes.
bars.
They'd have some kind of like protein bars or first aid kits and things like that. Sure. Absolutely. So you've got quite the array of things in front of you and a couple of school backpacks. You start stuffing it through.
Yeah.
Yeah, while this is going on, you hear a knock at the door.
Adam freezes.
Yeah, Dave kind of hunches down a little, his hand kind of subconsciously reaching for the hatchet that's on the ground amongst
That's
his
right.
things.
Yeah. Adam, did you bring the shotgun inside?
No, it's in the police car.
Okay.
Good.
He doesn't have like a bag or anything, and I forgot to grab
Sure,
it. So.
sure, that's fine. That was your opportunity to say yes, you had it, but hey, you know it's good, man. You left it in the car. That's fine.
Piper looks at Paige.
Adam will like kind of go to the door, and rather than open it, like maybe is there like a peephole in the door, or are there windows on the side that he can peek through?
There are definitely windows on the side.
Oh, that was really option B. All right, Adam will kind of slink up to it and just kind of look through real quick to see if anyone's there.
There's a man standing on the porch, well dressed, suit on, a gray suit, well tailored, white shirt, blue tie, nice tan shoes. He's got short cropped hair and a graying full beard. And he definitely noticed you peek through the window.
Yeah. I mean, since he's spotted, I guess Adam's committed at this point. So he'll kind of like put his foot behind the door so it can only open a couple inches. And then he'll open it up and he'll look at the guy through the gap and be like, "Hello?"
I'm sorry, you don't look like the person I'm here to see. What's your name?
Oh, my name. May I ask who's asking?
Be the father of the two girls that live here.
Oh, Adam pauses and he's like, "Oh, hi. Yes. They've told me a lot about you, but not what you look like, so I didn't know." And he'll kind of open the door more and whip out an ID as a social worker. And he'll kind of slyly put his finger over the Washington State part of it, and be like, my name's Adam. I've been working with Paige and Piper today, and their car broke down, and we just got in actually.
Is that right?
As soon as that door as soon as Dave senses that door is being made to open,
Yeah.
he immediately grabs the hatchet and puts it behind his back, because and slides it into his back, I guess the back loop in his belt kind of thing, and just kind of slides it in there, and it backs up into a hallway just out of the way, because he does not want to be seen.
Yeah. Roll me secrecy.
Okay.
10 on a 30. So yeah, a good success. You are pretty well hidden, as far as you can tell. So Adam, do you let this man inside?
Adam probably doesn't quite move out of the doorway, but he will kind of glance back over his shoulder and call "Hey, Piper, your father is here," and then go back to kind of studying the fella.
Paige, is Dad supposed to be visiting?
I don't remember. Was he in town this week?
I thought it was next week.
You go look if it's him.
Okay. I still have the collapsible baton.
Mm-hmm.
I just shove it into my back pocket and I peek around a corner.
Adam is looking back I guess, towards you guys, this man behind him. And Piper, you peek around the corner, right, to see if you can ID this guy?
Mm-hmm.
I think we get the camera shot from behind Piper and her peeking around. We see her peek, and then we get the camera that like kind of sees what she would see. Piper, that is not your dad. And right as that comes to the realization, an axe flashes in the light from inside the doorway. It comes crashing down towards Adam.
Oh my god.
So, Adam, I'm gonna need you to roll. I'm gonna need you to roll for me, because I get the feeling that Piper's gonna at least yell out and maybe alert you to the situation.
Yeah, I hope.
Piper, do you?
Ah!
Roll me dodge.
Okay, no problem. Dodge.
Clearly, no problem.
No problem.
Oh,
A
no.
97 versus a 20. The axe makes contact with Adam's shoulder, the one that's sort of holding the door open as he turns around to face Piper, and it bites deep and hard, and the man wrenches it back out. And Adam, you feel the fire and blood of the deep cut and wound on your shoulder. What do you do?
Adam screams. He's like, ah! And I think his instinct would be to try to pull away and like kick the door shut.
Okay, so you want to move fast enough to kick the door shut before this guy can come in.
Yeah, that's the idea.
It's
It's not really thinking it through right now.
You don't have initiative, right? You don't have something that generates initiative for you?
Not at all. No way.
Okay. I'm just wondering. Yeah, okay. You can roll me another dodge to make that try and happen.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, clearly no problem. A 51 versus a 20. You try and slam the door open, but his foot is already inside. And he shoves it open, the door slams on the other side, and he's already swinging at you again with the axe.
Mm-hmm.
Piper, what are you doing?
Okay. I do have something that provides initiative.
It does.
I am a high school athlete, so of course I can be super fast and have awesome gamer reflexes.
Yeah, you can. And you've also got a collapsible baton on you, don't you?
Heck yeah. I'm
What do you
going
do?
to run away? No. I will open that sucker up and run at the guy and try to clock him in the face.
Okay. You don't have an identity for struggle, do you?
Nope.
Okay. So roll me struggle to see if you hit this guy.
Can I just say that I would have also, like, at the minute that I heard something, I probably would have not been hidden anymore.
Sure. Do you have
with
a
my
initiative
axe.
bonus as well for one of your identities, or?
How do I tell?
It would be
It would be a
I am
feature,
a
yeah.
whatever. It provides you initiative as either a feature or as a feature.
No, I didn't take anything for initiative.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and roll Piper's struggle, and then we'll see what happens.
Oh.
Piper's struggle. 76 versus 35. Piper, you're unable to make the connection with it. Maybe he like grabs your arm and says, hello, Piper. And he shoves you backwards. He's going to take another swing with the axe at Adam. And as he does so, Dave, you're going to be able to move as well.
Yeah. Okay. So, as soon as like the yelling and the commotion started, Dave would have turned back around the corner, axe ready, and he wants to just whip this at the guy.
Okay, so you're gonna
Like his
you're
little
gonna
hatchet.
throw it at
he's
him.
just gonna he's coming around the corner and just like
Yeah.
throwing.
Yeah.
Please roll.
Yeah.
Well.
Roll me struggle.
Okay. I can't roll. Fitness
you have
instead.
Fitness is a non-combat roll.
All right.
I'm looking
Struggle?
at the rest of the ones that you have, and it doesn't look like. Yeah, I don't think you have an identity that replaces this. Hang on a sec. Let me. You want to harm someone? Roll the appropriate identity, or fall back on struggle. I mean, have you thrown a hatchet before?
Yeah.
Roll me your survivor identity then.
Okay.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt there. A 37 on an 83. Yeah, the hatchet buries itself into the chest of this guy. He didn't know you were there. And you come around the corner and you throw this hatchet at him. It sinks deep into his chest. He's and he's gonna still try to hit Adam with this axe since he's the closest guy. So Adam, roll me a dodge.
No problem.
41 versus
a little
20.
bit of a problem.
Basic failure. I think you get clipped in the leg as you try to dodge away.
Okay.
The axe biting into your thigh. You can feel yourself now, like your left shoulder is almost useless, and your leg right now, it's probably not going to hold your weight very well.
Okay. So Adam spins away from the door, and basically just kind of falls away from the bad guy.
Yeah, you fall into the dining room on the other side of the entryway or something like that, and kind of scrabble backwards, and he sees you there. He seems to have lost interest in you though, and is starting to bear down on Piper.
Yeah.
Paige, I think this has been plenty of time for you to get the jump in here. What would you like to do?
Well, she's screaming, and seeing that Piper's in front. There, she was gonna run and grab a dining room chair and trying to throw it at this guy.
Yeah, let's say you've got stools at the kitchen bar area or something like that, and you want to pick up a bar stool and wing it at this guy.
Yep.
Go, yeah,
shove him out,
sure.
Shove him.
Oh, you want to shove? You want to do the lion tamer thing?
Yeah, I want to shove him with it.
Sure, yeah. Give me a struggle. Let's see if it works, or if you have an identity that you think would work for a lion tamer thing.
She's like, it's good. Works in the movies, right?
Yeah, of course. An 88 versus your 0 struggle. Wait, is your struggle not even? Does it not have anything in it?
It's
oh God.
20 minimum, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be a 20 minimum. I'm not sure how that happened, but that's still a matched failure.
Oh God.
I think you come at him and he sees you and goes, the twin's here too. And he bats it out of the way and he hits you with the axe.
Oh.
And it sinks into your chest. And he wrenches it back out and kicks you away.
Yeah, she's definitely screaming on the floor, bleeding.
Piper, Paige has given you an opening.
Ah!
Go get him, Tiger. I think we can call the baton a bat if you want, and you are a softball player. Do you want to roll your identity to hit this guy?
Oh, I hit the button. I did.
That works too. I mean, you hit regardless. It's 23 versus 35. I was going to give you a little bit better odds here.
Just grab the axe out of his chest and hit him with it again.
Yeah, he's still got this hatchet in there, and he seems to just be powering through. But you hit him with the baton upside the head, and just pow. And we get the nice the camera real close on his face as he looks at you and is, oh, you shouldn't have done that. And the blood start dripping down from where his temple is. Dave, it's you.
Okay. Dave's gonna make to just try and tackle into the guy.
Okay. This is definitely a struggle then.
Yeah.
A struggle roll. And you're gonna run at him and try to tackle him. 59 versus 25 is still a basic failure. I think you're unable to attack. You hit him there, and he hits you with the back of the axe to get you to come off, and you hit the ground underneath him. But he
Okay.
ignores you as you're on the ground, and he starts bearing down on Piper.
Can I like grab his legs while he's trying to step over me, or?
Yeah, go ahead and struggle for it. But he's still going to make his move towards Piper. It's
Yeah,
50 versus
okay.
25. Yeah, so he's like dragging you across the floor. He seems unimpeded by what you're trying to do. Piper, roll me dodge.
I'm a high school athlete, so of course I can dodge.
Hell yeah, you can. Get it. 55 versus 70. That's a matched success. You dodge out of the way skillfully, and you're able to land another hit with the baton, slamming him again in the face. And we watch him like snap to the side again. He's like, I've always been so frustrating. He's going to try and he's going to continue to bear down on you. Adam, is there something that you can do or want to do here?
You know, a lot of Adam's concentration right now is on how much his shoulder hurts. He's probably still
And the
kind
amount of blood you're losing?
moaning
Yeah.
in pain and kind of clutching the wound. But he would likely start dragging. He fell into the dining room, he said, so he'd probably like crawl towards the kitchen in search of like a butcher knife or something that he could get, you know?
Yeah, so he's
And-
like past you guys now, and you're like, Piper's like falling backwards in a hallway towards like the living room, like the main area. So you're able to like crawl behind and get to the other side where the kitchen is.
Yeah.
And you're working on finding some kind of knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also the aluminum baseball bat on the table as well.
That works. Really, whatever's closest
So
to
however
hand.
you want to do that. So yeah, you've like you're trying to get up and hobble your way over there. Paige, you've been like shoved backwards into a wall and maybe like are on the ground a little bit. Is there something you think you can force yourself to do?
Yeah, I guess she would maybe just try and knock him into something. Just to, like, break his focus on Piper.
Yeah, kind of what Dave is attempting to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to, I mean, that's another struggle roll. That's a 19 versus, which is a minimum 20, so I don't know why it says 0, but it's a minimum 20. That is a success. Paige, you're able to muscle up the strength to get up and slam into this guy, maybe force him into a wall across the way. He's Fine. You want to die first, Paige, then you die first. But I think you've also given your sister another opportunity here. Piper, what do you want to do?
Heck yeah, I'm going to try to get this guy in the throat.
Oh, yeah.
With your baton?
Yeah, which is
So you swing that
basically
baton.
like a bat. And I'm
Just like a bat.
and I'm a high school athlete. Oh,
Oh,
A
no.
98 versus 70, almost the worst roll that you can possibly get. I think you swing for him, and he sees you coming, and he moves out of the way. Ah! And his focus is now back on Piper. Dave, you're on the ground, but what would you want to do?
Dave wants to reach up, grab the guy's pants, and just yank down, because he wants to stop his legs from moving. Right?
Okay, sure.
He's moving
Yeah.
towards her, right?
Yeah,
Is he
yeah,
still
yeah.
on his way towards her. Like
He's
kinda
kind of been thrown off course a little bit by Paige, but his
Okay, right,
focus
right.
is back on Piper. You're getting like a move in here before he does something.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, well, actually, in that case, Dave's gonna try and like lunge up and into. He's aiming for the back of his knees, like he just wants to buckle the.
Yeah. Again, this is kind of the same tackle move that you went with previously.
Yeah.
I don't see any other thing other than struggle.
Yeah, I mean, my weapon is in his chest, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try that. Oh,
53 versus 25. I think you're able to like entangle yourself down there, but it does not have the same effect that you want it to have. It definitely doesn't buckle him at the knees, but he does remember that you're there. And he's Where did you two get so many friends? And he swings downwards with the axe. Dave, I'm going to need you to roll dodge. 94 versus 30.
Oh, no.
The axe sinks into your stomach on the ground.
Ow.
And he puts his boot on your hips and yanks it back out.
Oh, God.
Stay there. But Piper, that does buy you another second.
Oh, Piper imagines his throat as a softball, and she's going to smack it with this baton.
A 2 versus 70. That is a very, very good success. You snap him in the throat with the baton. And and for a moment, his grip relaxes on the axe. Paige, what do you want to do?
I want to scratch his eyes out.
Go struggle at him.
You know, I imagine she'd have like nice manicured
Oh, yeah.
nails. Just wants to dig them in there.
Pointy nails. 25 versus 20, a basic failure. You are able to like get on him and you're in his way, but you're unable to scratch his eyes out. But you are able to scratch his face before he kind of like shoves you off to the side, still somewhat doubling over from the hit to the throat. Adam, I think at this point you've got yourself a bat.
Yeah, so Adam has a bat, and he's dragging, like he's standing, but he's dragging a leg that doesn't support his weight so well. I mean, his left hand arm or right arm or whatever it is just hanging.
Yeah, your left shoulder's kind of just hanging. But
There's
you've got a bat in your right
all
hand.
over, and he's limping his way close enough, and when he is close enough, he's going to try to take the bat and just crack it as hard as he possibly can into the wrist of the hand that's holding the guy's axe.
Yeah, sure.
it's
It's down
loosened a
on
little
his
bit.
right side, and you're going to come across and try to smack him with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And this struggle roll is going to be easy.
Not necessarily easy. You do make contact, I think.
Okay.
But again, it doesn't have the effect that you want it to have.
Yeah, he's not
But you're
dropping it.
able to like crack him in the arm. It's, ah! And it kind of comes out choked because again, it seems that his windpipe might have been crushed.
Good.
Dave, you're on the ground. Is there something you want to do here?
Aside from hold my stomach and scream.
Up to you, bud. You do have the highest wound threshold out of everyone.
Yeah. Oh. All right. So, like, positionally, how am I relative to him?
He is above you. You're like on your back looking up at him where he's got like the
Like,
axe down on
closer
his right
to
hand side.
My head, like.
He's centered on
closer-
your body.
Okay, he's like right.
Like the
above
axe
me,
ended up in
literally.
your stomach and he's pretty much centered on your body.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and, because I assume any kind of movement like this, like to get up, would just hurt a lot.
Probably.
With a stomach wound.
Uh,
So
Again, you do
Yeah.
have a relatively
you have
high
a
wound
relatively high
threshold.
threshold. So I'm gonna try and just sort of like hug his legs basically, and then kind of twist to try and like grab him and then twist
Again,
him
try to
down the
struggle him
ground.
down.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
Oh.
go for it. That is that is a natural one. That is a critical fail.
Fail?
Oh wait, I'm sorry. That's a critical
Yeah,
success
that's
'cause
like
it's
a
under.
god roll,
Holy
right?
crap, you did it! Yeah. I think you're able to.
What?
Yeah,
Oh.
sorry. It was the other way. I'm sorry, I played D&D way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at this time you're actually able to buckle him at the knees like you wanted to previously. You're able to kind of like tackle him down there at the knees, and he hits the ground and he drops the axe, and he's like holding his throat now, and it seems that his breathing has become very labored.
Do I have the chance to then immediately grab that and just start hacking at him?
You can certainly try.
As a survivalist, can I pretend he's a log?
I'm going to say you can roll a fitness to see if you move faster than him.
Well, my survivalist substitutes for fitness.
Indeed, it does.
So let's do that.
A 70.
Whoa.
That is a success. You're able to grab the axe.
Okay.
He is now on his knees, surrounded by 3 people with weapons. And 1 person without, but it's okay. What do you do, Dave?
I want to start chopping.
Sure. Yeah, man. Roll me survivalist. Is a 7?
Yeah.
Under an 83? Yeah. I think this works out well for, Dave, how many times do you want to chop him?
Until I'm very certain he's never getting up again.
Boy. It gets bloody and it gets violent. Dave is hacking into this strange suited man. Blood is spraying everywhere. Dave is bleeding profusely from his stomach. The rest of you that are also bearing wounds. Everyone that has under a 2 in violence, please roll me to defend your violence with fitness. Adam, a 36 against 60. You're able to successfully stave off any shock value from the violence. Go ahead and mark another hardened tick in your violence meter. Paige rolls a 26 against the 55. Paige, you're able to steel yourself against the blood and gore in front of you. Go ahead and mark yourself another hardened tick. And Piper, I think you already have the marker for that.
Have 4
So,
violence.
You have 4 in violence, which is wild, but yes. And Dave hacks this man apart. He is, from what you can tell, certainly dead. A large pool of blood has fallen onto the ground underneath him. His back, neck, arms, full of deep wounds and lacerations. And Dave, you only stopped because you realized that you were losing so much blood you're probably going to pass out.
I kind of dropped to my knees, dropping the axe from my hand, and kind of with my as much energy as I can, I say med pack and close the door, because I think that door is still open.
Oh, it is
it's
definitely open.
Very open.
We get a shot of you falling to the ground saying that. And we see that outside, fog has taken the neighborhood and is rolling into the house slowly. Who moves to shut the door and who moves to get the med pack, if you follow what Dave has suggested?
I would close the door.
Paige, you get up and you go close the door, clutching your wound. You are bleeding. It did seem to hit you pretty hard. You've definitely not hurt like this in maybe a long time, maybe since we were kidding, like you fell off the monkey bars or something like that, because this is pretty bad. Who goes for the med pack?
Adam probably takes a step and then just falls over and collapses and like maybe props himself up on the hallway wall, but he's not going anywhere right now.
Adam is in a bad way.
Yeah.
Piper, you go for the med pack?
Yes.
Yeah, you go get it. It's in Dave's bag, and you bring it over. And Dave, I assume you walk her through some stuff.
Yeah, there'd be there would be actually sutures in there. There would be plenty of gauze. There would also be it's only a tiny little thing, but it's actually a syringe. Like he's got like an actual little
Dude
Surette.
is so prepared. But also because you're a survivalist, of course you can do medical stuff because it is a feature on your survivalist identity. So go ahead and roll me medical.
Okay, and now the Surette is not for me though. It's definitely for Adam.
Okay.
Because if anyone needs morphine right now, I think it's Adam. So
Piper
all right,
doesn't seem bothered at all by any of the blood, and she'll do whatever she's told to do.
Piper's games must be something rough, man.
Yeah.
Like...
Hey, those softball girls, dude. Like it's wild out there. All right, Dave, roll me medical. 48 against your 83. Yeah, that's a success, and I think we'll take that for each person. You're able to take what you do have, stem the bleeding, suture things as you can. I think in this case, most internal organs are intact. This is definitely just going to be like musculature and like skin damage. With Adam and Dave getting the worst of it, a gut wound will kill you, and Dave, you know that, but you'd also know how to take care of it. So you do so with your medical kit and with Piper's oddly steady hands. She seems inert to the amount of blood and violence that she was just subject to. You're able to get things somewhat put together. It does take some time. And I think as this is going on, lights in the house begin going out. At first it starts in the mud room that was left on, and then we see like the camera goes back up to Paige's room, the lamp flickers and then goes out, and the light in the kitchen, and then living room, and then the dining room. And the porch lights are out, and it is dark inside the house.
All right. I guess Dave's gonna try and, grab his mag light. I guess and kind of like shuffle over to it, because I'm guessing he would have been like leaning against a wall or something.
Yeah, I don't know if would you guys have like stayed around the dead body that's kind of like sitting in its own blood? It's also been hacked almost
Maybe
limb
not.
from limb.
No.
Yeah, so maybe you go to the kitchen and like sit in the
okay.
kitchen and figure your stuff out. Sure.
Sure. I'm guessing we would have brought most of the stuff into that room then.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adam would probably at this point. I mean, he's really pale. He's probably got a sheen of sweat going on. Yes. Morphine has dulled the pain and his senses, but he's probably gonna like to Piper and Paige, wise or not, say like, listen, I left the shotgun in the police car. Someone might come looking for that guy. You guys should get it. And then probably just go back to being
morphined out. Of course.
Out,
Yeah.
Paige's like, I'm not going outside.
Okay. Okay. Well, the fog's coming in. Do we need to leave? Should we leave?
Where are we gonna go? I don't think we're really up for running anywhere.
We were able to beat the fog once.
We weren't all like hacked to pieces then. We can't carry him. And she points to Adam.
Adam doesn't look like he's carrying himself anywhere either.
I think I've got some crutches somewhere.
Yeah, of course. You broke a leg once or twice in softball, right?
Yeah, that's why I have a violence of 4, among other reasons.
Among other weird reasons we don't know yet. The softball war of '87 really just set Piper off. Yeah, you've got crutches, sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Get him the crutches. I'll run out there.
Don't go alone, Adam says weakly.
Yeah. Okay, so
You guys are
Wait,
just
so
gonna
who's
slow me
who's going to
down.
do what?
He's talking about going to get the shotgun. It's like several houses down.
Hmm. All right. I say give me a minute. I'm gonna pack up I'm gonna pack up my bag again. Like they already stuffed all their stuff into bags, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it-
except
You
for
guys
when
already
yours
packed
was
your bag.
emptied to find the med kit. But yeah.
Yeah. So I'm kind of starting to throw things back in my bag. Little bit less orderly than I usually would. And with a little less care, but I'm throwing everything in there. And as I'm doing that, I'm saying, okay, I think what we need to do is we need to get the crutches for Adam, and we're gonna make a run for it. For together, we're gonna make a run for it for the car.
I
Because
don't
the other
know.
option is we hole out here, but I don't know how well we can survive in here.
I have a side question, and I'm sorry for bringing it up so late, but I mean, did we turn the car off? Because it was hot wired, right? So, like, did you pull the wires apart, or did we leave it running, or what?
It's possible we left it running.
Okay.
This is Dave's call. He was driving. Did you leave it running?
No, I think he would have like tucked a finger in there and like pulled the because like the two wires that he crimped, he would have like sort of yanked them apart again
Sure.
on his way out.
Okay.
But yeah, so we would have to redo that to try and start the car again. Okay. Oh, geez.
So, you gonna go?
Man, Adam's doing whatever people make him do right now. So.
Yeah, Adam's drugged up.
Yeah.
Piper, what
Girls,
are you doing?
what do you think?
Oh,
Do we take our
Paige is
chances
like-
out there, or do we try and hold up in here?
I don't, Piper, like, we're gonna be out in the open out there. And she's like holding like her arm or like the shoulder that she got hit.
Well, what if those shadow things come back? They can go through things, they can go through people. What if we get locked into this house and there's blood coming out of the sinks again? Maybe being out in the open is what we need.
I guess so.
I don't think we want to be locked in. Where are these crutches?
They're over here in the garage.
Okay.
Probably go out that way anyways, I guess. I'd rather not open the front door again.
Okay, so hey, I'm gonna say that Paige and I, like, because we are not separating. So I'm gonna try and get Adam up, and I'm gonna sort of motion for Paige to help me support him on the other side, the other arm, get under his other arm, and I'm gonna sort of grab my hatchet in the one free hand, the one that's not sort of supporting Adam, and I'm gonna say, all right, everyone, grab a weapon, something. We're gonna shuffle together. We're gonna get those crutches. No one goes alone. We're gonna go all together. We're gonna go get the crutches, and then we're gonna try and get out.
Oh, okay. I guess so. I guess like as they like start shuffling and like they pass the the oven with like the knife block beside it, she's just gonna like pull out a knife.
Probably as they're getting up, Adam will like kind of nod over to Piper and waggle the aluminum bat and point at the baton and be like, "Wanna trade? We should trade."
I think we should trade. Just like passes it over and takes the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yeah, okay. And you're gonna go out into the garage and grab some crutches and then make a run for it?
I think maybe we try and see if the garage door would open and we just bolt through the garage door. Like from there out.
Piper would suggest that maybe we don't use the super noisy garage door and we go through the mudroom instead.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Like the way that we came in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just to a side door. Yeah. Okay. So you guys kind of haphazardly make your way over there. Weapons and atoms in hand. Towards the side door with your supply backpacks on. And you hear a scream. And that's where we're going to end for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into DieFall Phantoms, episode 2 of 3 total. Next week will be the finale of Phantoms. And maybe we'll find out what that scream was all about. So, thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hopefully you did enjoy it, and hopefully it was somewhat unsettling. And when we come back next week, we'll have the culmination of whatever the heck this is. And maybe we'll learn a little bit of something. So thanks to my cast members, and thank you to you, chat. Let's go around the room. We're going to do some shout-outs, and you guys let me know what your favorite part of this evening was. And we'll start with Carson. Where can the people find you?
Sure. Hey, I'm Carson Druitt. You can see down here. I do lots of art on my channel, spooky drawings, things like that. I'm a big fan of dark fantasy, so a lot of my drawings also are inspired by that. I seem incapable of drawing like anywhere with ground that doesn't have corpses in it. Seems to be a theme. Yeah, so doing art on Twitch, Carson Druitt on all other socials, so you can find me there. In terms of tonight, I think the thing that freaked me out the most was the figures when we were trying to get the car started. Just kind of literally that sentence of like, Piper looks outside and there are 3 figures. Yeah, that got me pretty good. I like that.
I'm glad you liked it. And thanks, Carson. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
I think this is Stella. Stella! Where can the people find you at?
Hello, friends. I am Stella Luna here on Twitch. I'm a variety streamer of various things. I do RC-farcy stuff and TTRPGs over on my channel. Oh my gosh. There have been a couple of times that I just have shivers run down my spine. I've been feeling too hot and too cold, and this has been absolutely wonderful. My favorite scene wasn't a spooky scene, but I just had like immense flashbacks to being a teenager when I had that phone call with Mom. And I just want to say to all the moms out there, love you.
Thank you very much, Stella. That was pretty good. Kevin, where can people find you, bud?
Hey guys, I'm Kevin or Obdurant. I do have a Twitch, but I don't really use it very much. However, you can catch me this Thursday and next Thursday at least on Joel's channel, and occasionally on Fridays on Stella's channel playing Dark Matter. Man, I had a blast. There were a couple really big highlights. I'm gonna say the opening the door, which was a terrible idea, really took it for me. He opened the door, then the guy, like, he kind of assumed it was maybe a cop or something that the mother had called, and then just like left, and he was coming to, and the axe kind of caught me out of nowhere. I didn't realize we were dealing with murder. It came out of left field. It was great. Loved it.
Good. Glad you liked it. And last and certainly not least, the Lady May. Where can people find you?
Hello, they can find me at the Lady May, and that's MEA, on the Twitch, the Twitters, and the Instagrams. I do lots of painting. I like Star Wars and Dark Souls and Game of Thrones and all that fun, fancy sci-fi stuff. Oh, tonight, I loved the phone call. Just hanging up on Mom. That was perfect. Crisis mode. Caught in a lie. Oh shit. Bye, Mom. That's perfect.
That was really good. I did enjoy that. Thank you, everyone. Cast. Thank you, chat, for tuning in for another week. The finale of this will be next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, so I do hope you guys can tune in for that. If you missed the previous ones, head on over to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/RunawayRobot, or podcast form on iTunes, Spotify, and SoundCloud at DieFall Dungeons & Dragons, and you'll be able to find this there. I'll have this episode up within the next day or two, depending on how my schedule works out, so, be on the lookout for that. Thanks again, and until next time. Maybe leave the lights on. Have a good night.